This is a pretty interesting point. So we know that a lot of Republicans are not exactly pro EVs, but IRA subsidies, the $7,500 tax credit, for example, have overwhelmingly benefited Republican states. That may make its provision supporting domestic manufacturing hard to repeal, even if the next president is not a Democrat. This shows where new US manufacturing and mining is ramping up. It's mostly red, so these are Republican areas. Razat says Tesla's Robotaxi will break transportation for a regular Uber ride in a Toyota Corolla. 82% of the total cost per mile, very conservatively, is the driver. Once you remove the driver, cost per mile goes from 85 cents to 15 cents. So why would anyone hail a ride that's 5 times more? Yesterday I had a tricky car situation, so I had to get an Uber ride, and my total fare back and forth was well over $60. So with tips, well over $70. With a Robotaxi, that would have only been about maybe $15 and no tip. I'm talking about Canadian dollars though. One thing that I wish I was able to do yesterday, if it was a Robotaxi, it would have been no problem at all. But because I'm a gentleman and I don't feel like I want to annoy anyone or disturb anyone, yeah, I'm not going to make a personal call and talk about regular day-to-day things, some of which might be a little private. It would just feel weird to talk about the consequences of eating spicy food, the consequences that happen in the bathroom later. Definitely not an acceptable topic with people around you. Warren points out though that the numbers will be very different in less wealthy countries, and that's a 100% true point, but there are quite a few wealthy countries. All right, the 2024 Canadian International Auto Show set a new attendance record with 372,000 people. That's a lot of people. How do they all fit in there? How long does this show last? Tesla, of course, had all of their vehicles there, including the Cybertruck, a lot of eyeballs for very little cost. Okay, the event lasts for 10 days. All right, I like this. This is pretty cool. Tesla has launched a new virtual assistant in the mobile app called Tesla Assist. The tool provides quick answers to common questions like, how often should I have my Model 3 serviced? The tool, which is still in beta, can be accessed in the app whenever you see a question in the top right corner, but unfortunately it does not know the answer to when will the Cybertrucks be delivered in Canada or when will FSD be solved. But despite that, it's a welcome feature, definitely. I wonder if it runs on Grok. I've been playing around with Grok, which is X's ChatGPT. One thing that I like about it is that it has some real-time information, access to some real-time news. So sometimes it gives me better answers than ChatGPT, but I do find ChatGPT to be a little bit better overall. If there's no need to have access to current information, I do prefer ChatGPT for now a little bit more. However, if I'm researching something, I usually go and use both because they do give slightly different answers.